$200 leaf blower, you prick.
It's the 80s.
Have you ever heard of the dead internet theory?
No. Mm-mm.
So this is a weird one. So full disclosure here, I'm a conspiracy theory fan. I enjoy going down the rabbit holes of conspiracy theories. And
Josh, since I've known him, started not believing in anything to believing anything you'll put in front of him.
which is really very close if you think about it.
Yeah. It's like just one step back over the line,
If nothing is possible, then anything is. That's really where it meets.
Yeah. It's not that far to go.
But the idea is the internet seems like a big place filled with people, but it's actually mostly bots and algorithms, and everything else is just sort of this facade where you get everything through Facebook or Twitter. Everybody only visits about 10 websites. So even if it's something that you want to go to, it's not even a real thing. It's just kind of this pieced together little bit. Like the same article appears on 100 different websites around the globe. So, it's all just algorithms and bots for the most part, with a few regular people sparkled in. Which does nothing for what we're trying to do. But if we can get a bot or two to pay attention to this, that would be fantastic.
I'm on the fence with this. I don't know which way to go. I mean, I could see where someone might, come up with that idea that maybe, half the internet are bots.
One of the things was, if you think back to, go back to the MySpace days, go back to a little bit before that, everything felt organic. You had message boards where everybody had a different point of view. Things were coming in, and now it's sort of the same idea over and over and over on no matter if it's your Facebook or Twitter or whatever you're following, it's the same idea over and over.
That's because they designed it that way.
But that's what I'm saying is it's fake that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say in that way it is fake.
Yeah, I could go with that. I've always had a theory that Zuckerberg tanked MySpace because he filled it up with so many bots and then just had all the bots say, "This place sucks, I'm going to Facebook." Because you remember that? In one weekend, everybody was declaring they were going to Facebook and leaving MySpace. And then within 2 weeks, MySpace was dead. And I think Zuck, who is clearly has no ethics and completely capable of creating that and doing those bots, I think he just tanked it.
I could see that.
Yeah, I would.
Especially when the internet was that young and we didn't really know. We weren't on the lookout for bots and catfish, and you believed whatever you saw still for the most part.
Here's the weird thing is what caused the migration to Facebook?
Well, I think that's what it was. I think there was no migration. It was completely fabricated by Zuckerberg and 500,000 bots that it took them 48 minutes to crank out.
I had a MySpace and I went to Facebook, but I don't know why I did that.
I know why I did that. It wasn't because everybody said they left.
Yeah.
And I'm not in there to make friends. I'm in there to make money and get eyeballs on my creative content.
But they also made it sort of this. That's what all the kids are doing. It wasn't the people that I was following left and went. It was that's where all the new people are. That's where I gotta go because all the new people are there. I don't even know
all the new bots.
Yeah,
that's just good advertising. That's what that was. They just said, "Hey, all the cool kids are over here," and us, the entire world was like, "What? All the cool kids are over there? Okay, well, I guess we're going over there."
So I guess my next question is,
he said that and created cool kids to follow.
Yeah,
broad with the pink hair is going over there. I'm going to follow her.
Yeah,
she looks like she knows what's going on. Womp, womp, womp. Hey, this site sucks ass. There's nothing here but a bunch of boring grown-ups. I'm going to go back to MySpace. Oh, no one's there anymore. Fuck.
You know, it's usually in a TV show when somebody's been duped like that, they realize it sort of later that day. Oh, shucks. It's not a decade later when you look back and go, oh, when I really liked MySpace. What happened? Oh, shucks, you got me.
Yeah,
You wasted a decade on this horrible internet you've created.
we were pretty slow on the uptake when it came to the birth of social media. We really threw the pooch on that. I mean, right away. It was just like the countdown clock had started, the gun had been fired, and then our engine just exploded. As soon as the gun went off, our engine just blew up. That was social media.
Yeah, we just our generation just dumb fucked our way through it. Oh, we're doing this now? Okay. Oh, no, we're doing this? Okay. Oh, China has all my shit? Fuck.
How is it a
Fuck,
media?
I'm going to go say something about, wait till TikTok hears about this. I'm going to upload this onto my phone. Fuck.
We
Fuck, it's the same, guys. You're that rabbit that sent me. Oh, no. Oh, couldn't be. It couldn't be. What's up, dog?
We're the Steve Brody. We're the Steve Brody of social media. We've been fooled by the Bugs Bunny that is Zuckerberg.
Yes,
we've accepted the term social media too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not networking, it's social media.
And every social media outlet since has been one facet of what all of MySpace was. Like TikTok, you had a TikTok in MySpace, you had a YouTube in MySpace, you had a Facebook in MySpace, you had a Twitter in MySpace. We all left MySpace, and now we're all going to 4 different sites to get what we originally had in MySpace, which is way more fun.
In the beginning, there was MySpace, and MySpace was good.
There was MySpace, and then we bit the apple, and we were cast out from the garden into a tower of, and then there was the Tower of Babel and a great flood, and the locusts, and yes, here, bite this apple. MySpace just doesn't want you to be a grown-up.
Yep.
Slither, slither, slither.
Just take this
Enter
iPhone.
your credit card number here. Red China wants to know what you're having for breakfast.
Yeah. Basically, MySpace was Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
It was everything, and you could arrange it all nicely onto your page,
or not.
It
could be a nightmare, but we would understand when we went to your page. That's what you were. That was your insides. You were able to take what's inside of you and put it on your MySpace page so people could see. Now Facebook, everybody's got that same psychopath stare because it's all exactly the same, but inside they're raging and boiling over. It's probably why it pisses you off so much to see that normal looking guy on Facebook with an opinion you hate, as opposed to going to their MySpace page where it was demons in the background and like some sort of repetitive ministry song. And they go like, "Oh, capitalism's stupid," and you're like, they're an idiot. You
have a point there.
It's been set. The scene's been set, but with Facebook, it's all sterilized, and everybody looks exactly like everybody else, and you start to question what the hell's going on.
The whole uniformity, it does that. It's the stormtrooper thing. It's it makes everybody seem equal, even though we know they're not.
Right? There's no clues that this guy went off the rail 6 months ago. Like when you go to MySpace, and like Justin, it's like the inner workings of his mind. You can see he's got a bass boat, and he listens to Jethro Tull, and he's got a neck tattoo. You see that instantly. So when he's talking about who he's voting for, you're like, fuck, whatever, fuck this guy.
He's
Right.
And
got
everybody's got the same blue pattern when we're all in the same stormtrooper armor. And this guy goes, I'm voting for this. You're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? What are we doing? Why is there a we? Are you?
Yeah.
Why are we equal? We're not equal. The world needs to know that you're a fucking crackpot, and now I have to I have to explain to the world
right.
instead of being confident that they're going to see that your wallpaper is a fucking Jethro Tull concert crowd,
And then
and just dismiss you and go about their day.
having random spinning skull dagger gifts in your around your picture
Right.
would tip you off right away. This is not a serious person.
Yeah, animated flames in the background.
Right.
You know.